National Football League, presented by EA Sports. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, caught by London. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the counter now, it's Sanders. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ready. 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16. 23 yards the pickup there. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Second down, back to Sanders. And he's brought down. The pickup goes for for 13. It sets him up first and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown. It's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Pierre Strong. About 3 yards there to the 27. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Ready, ready.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Match, red. Red, yellow.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Jones. He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Devontae Smith, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Pats have moved out in front. Point after try forthcoming. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Into the hands of London. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Ritter and London team up there. First down, Atlanta.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pause red.
He'll drop to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Good throw there. And I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Pats at the line, ready to go. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then, you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together.
Second down, here's Strong once more. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Off play action, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Complete. Smith has it. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Beckham will go in motion right. Jones throwing on 1st down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Drew knocks this one through the post. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached half.
That was some wild ass shit, boy.
Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
That shit wild, T-Rock, dog. This is a classic, bro. No recording this shit, too. This is a classic, bro.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. The Patriots send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Berrios. We'll call that a punt at 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he's got room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Runs over it. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. This one swung outside to Strong. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Jones now. from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
That man shit be tripping sometimes. That shit crazy, man.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
What the world?
Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round?
No, that shit wild, man.
You have to have guys.
Damn, dog. What the fuck?
Number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball. The line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. It's Miller, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time you wait for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And caught by London. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback. 2nd and 4. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown, Falcons! Miles Sanders, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. A big play there for the Patriots. 59 yards.
Shit crazy, bro. That shit crazy.
We're through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching
that crazy, but boy, that nigga, them niggas dropped a wide open ass. Them niggas, I don't know what the fuck was that shit, bro.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Strong. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Strong. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted for the...
Boy, he overdoing like that, bro. He was right there. Like...
The Falcons are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He's got a man complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 4th.
Damn.
Even with a big lead here in the 4th, it still bounds away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Bro, I forgot to do my shit.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now back to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
124 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Sanders. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Koo able to connect.
Good game, my boy.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
That shit, that was wild, man.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
Man, every time, boy, I told you, it's always me. Yeah, it's always going to be me. I don't care what it is, it's going to be me.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Smith will come in motion right. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Flush to his right. And the timing a bit off that time as Edward falls to the ground. And that's another play.
Boy, I can't do shit. The momentum did, man.
Continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side. And an
man.
From the other.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Gets it to Strong. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football.
That's crazy.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. Let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Then he overthrowing now.
As time has
all right, bro.
This football game. The city always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right?